Right now, I am reading books for Pride Month that are about nonfiction queer activism. The book that I just finished reading is The Stonewall Riots, which I actually did not know that much about the Stonewall Riots. I knew the name, I knew the Stonewall Inn, that's it. I didn't know that it used to be a livery stable, and then it turned into a tea room slash speakeasy during Prohibition, and then it became like a respectable place where people had like weddings and different events, and then it also became a gay bar, but it wasn't like a cool, hip gay bar where things were very pretty and very nicely made. Like, this was the mid-1900s in New York City. Walls were wet. The mafia was running it and kept trying to basically get their money by making people pay them to not out them. And of course, it makes sense, but, you know, there wasn't as much coverage as there would be now because there weren't phones or that sort of thing, so it was basically just up to the news media and leaflets. Leaflets is how most of the more accurate information got out, and then newspapers, like printed a few things about it, and that's it. And the stuff that they did print was often very homophobic. And then, of course, it covered stuff before the Stonewall Riots, sort of up to the Stonewall Riots themselves, and then the after effects of the Stonewall Riots. And so some of the before information was just about different queer activism at the time, which was basically just people trying to get other people to accept queer people in a just sort of ignoring the fact that they're queer, toning down that they're queer, but allowing themselves to be accepted. For example, marches where everyone wore very nice suits and dresses, all corresponding to whatever gender they had been assigned at birth. And then after the Stonewall Riots, there was a lot more activism that was focused on, no, this is just who we are. We're not going to pander to what you decide that we need to be. We're going to dress the way that we are. We're going to express ourselves. We're going to incorporate more people. Not that there still weren't problems, and there still are problems. There are a lot of problems of trying to gatekeep various members of the community by being like, oh, like if we include these people in our protest, then we're going to, you know, more people don't like that specific category of queer people. So if they're included, then people aren't going to like us. And it's like, you're all part of the queer community. You're fighting for the same thing. Just include everybody. Like, not allowing lesbians in gay protests was a big thing. Not allowing trans people in queer protests, or not letting lesbians into the women's rights movement, or trans women into the women's rights movement. All sorts of things. And so I did appreciate reading this book because I feel like it gave me some more info that I did not necessarily know, and it also gave me some more things that I am interested in looking up after reading it.